What is up, guys? Cajun here, and today we're back with another community stream recap. Don't mind the clothes on the door over here, okay? I need to wash that and everything. I'm a terrible human being. Anyway, there's a little bit more space on this side so that if I do need to show something, I can actually show it, or I'll probably just do it on the whole screen again, like I did last time. So, anyway. So, January 22nd, Tuesday, was the community live stream for Critical Ops. First one of the new year, first community stream of 2019. And we got a lot of information. Not too much new information. There's a lot of stuff talked about. Wadi took a bunch of suggestions and he answered a bunch of Q&A stuff. So, that is good. So let's start off with the first topic, which is Winterfest is over, guys. It's a sad time. We gotta go back to school. We don't have any more presents, except the one at the end of the Critical Pass if you haven't got that yet, like me, because you've been lazy and not playing Critical Ops. And Season 2 is going to end in 19 days. I'm so cringy. Anyway. So yeah, you do get a Winterfest case at the end of the Critical Pass if you haven't finished it like yet. Hello? Hey, Cajun, English? If you haven't finished it yet, like me, which I was going to say. Also, they are still listening to feedback from the pass, so keep going on Reddit, keep going on Twitter, and I just noticed what shirt I'm wearing, so let's not talk about it. But yeah, they're still listening to feedback and stuff for the Critical Pass to see if there needs to be changes for it. So the 1.2.1 beta was released this week. It's basically just a patch update. Including some CPU improvements, CPU improvements, network improvements, anti-cheat improvements, hit reg and animation improvements, a lot of improvements, and only one real change. It's mostly to the UI, and it combines the social and the chat option into one, so you don't have to get confused anymore. And when you want to go look at a profile, you press chat accidentally, and you're like, oh, look, friends, and yeah. 1.2.1 doesn't have a lot of content, which is really the point of a 1.2 and then a 0.1, or a 0.2 or 0.3, stuff like that. The third number, or the last number, is usually just a patch update number or letter if you're some games, just to show, hey, we're fixing some stuff. But Wadi said not to worry, the 1.3 update is going to have quite a lot of stuff coming into it. Alrighty, so for those of you that participated or applied to be in the influencer program, Wadi said that they got a lot more applications than they thought they would, so they're still going through them, and it's going to take a bit longer than expected to go through all of them. So instead of they should be ready by January, they should now be ready by February. And if you apply, just be patient and you'll eventually get an email back from them. Alright, so CFE has some openings in some kind of obscure positions. They're not jobs per se, but I really couldn't figure out what to call them. So I just called them openings. They're looking for more helpers on Discord. I don't know if that means moderators, but that's the word Wadi used was helpers. So they're looking for more helpers on Discord for like questions and stuff that people may have. So maybe not a moderator, but like just a support person, I guess, kind of, sort of. I don't know. Also, they are looking for more testers in the closed beta program. I believe that's what I got from it, from what he said, because he was talking about the regular beta program that's on Google Play and all, and then he said there's a separate beta program that not a lot of people are in that test the game and stuff. before the updates are out. So they're looking for more people for the smaller beta version, just to test the stuff before it goes out, rather than just having CFE staff test it, or just pro players test it, because there's not a lot of stuff they can test with the limited amount of devices they have. So yeah. Now, a lot of people have also asked about the roadmap and what happened to it and where is it at, and well, they actually moved it. They moved it to the news and updates tab in their website, which will be linked down in the description, criticalopsgame.com. If you go there, there's a tab that says news and updates. If you click on that, scroll all the way down, you have a roadmap for the live update, the beta update, or the next update, and then the update after. So right now they have the live one, which is 1.2, the beta one, which is 1.2.1, and then a little bit of information for 1.3, which we'll see the vector coming. A little bit more on that later. He also reminded people how to contact the in-game help and the in-game support staff. Well, not support staff, but how to contact support staff through the game rather than on Twitter, Reddit, stuff like that. Because a lot of that stuff gets lost, and a lot of the support team doesn't really see that, and so they can't help people if they don't see it. So I'm going to show a little video of how to do that up on screen. So what you do is you go to your settings, you go to General, I believe the first button on there is titled Help. You press that, it'll pop up a help shift page. It varies from Android to iOS. iOS, it'll be like just a little on-screen pop-up. Android will pop up a whole different screen. iOS, it's just a little square that pops up. It doesn't take you to a whole new screen. Android takes you to a literal full screen of the help shift or whatever they use, and yeah, you click on whatever topic you're having trouble with, and then it asks, was this helpful? If you press no, you can get in contact with them and send them a message of what you're having problems with. Also, they released, Wadi took some time to remind people of the terms of conduct and code of conduct that they reminded people of this week. They put out a tweet. I'm going to go find it real quick and see what and read what this was. All right, so they put out a graphic that says this. I'll put it full screen right now and read it. It says, violating our terms of use can directly affect your in-game experience. Players who violate terms of use may have their gameplay affected and may not be able to have the optimal experience with COPS. We are continually implementing new ways to guarantee the integrity of the game in order to keep it fair and fun for every operative. Please review our code of conduct and terms of use, and remember to use official versions of the game downloaded from Google Play, Apple App Store, or Amazon App Store. So this is talking, of course, about hacks and about emulators. So it links to the code of conduct and the terms of service. I'll link to both of them down in the description below as well, so that you guys can see them and read them for yourselves if you feel inclined to do so. And with that started the Q&A and suggestion session. He took a bunch of questions and then he took a bunch of suggestions to write down. Alright, so the first question was, new guns and maps. They're being worked on. When is the Vector coming? 1.3, which is around February, which you can see on the roadmap, which is... I said that earlier. Now, this was a suggestion that was being talked about a lot, which is a left-hand mode. I thought about this as I was rewatching the stream and writing this stuff down, but apparently there have been people that want the weapon wheel on the left-hand side rather than the right-hand side, but I was also thinking that maybe people meant, like in CS, how you could switch from having the gun in your right hand to having the gun in your left hand, and you could like swap in between and stuff like that. I think that would kind of be pretty cool for people who want to use it. Me personally, I don't care, and I probably wouldn't use it. But yeah. Gloves suggestion that we have seen numerous times. More diffuse maps. Nigel is working with the map team on multiple maps, including the Plaza TDM map, the Plaza rework, and a new diffuse map. So I think we will be just fine with maps in 2019. Because you also have to think about this. They're making more maps because they don't have more features to put in. I think that's how it works. Plaza TDM map, it's coming soon. TM. Question, what is the purpose of the COPS ID? So if you go into your profile and there's like a little bitty line of numbers, that's your COPS ID. And basically what Wadi said is that it's just each account to have its own personal Critical Ops ID, so that they can easily identify certain people and stuff like that. Excuse me. And there'll possibly maybe be different features using that in the future. Maybe how Supercell has their text invite system. He didn't say that. I'm just elaborating on what that can mean, but maybe that's a thing in the future that might come to the game and might possibly be a thing. I don't know. Zombie mode was suggested. Molotovs were suggested. There was a question about, is there going to be a knife in Season 3? Wadi still doesn't have all the details of Season 3. I don't think they've even really made everything for Season 3 yet. So, yeah. Suggestion... No! No trading. None. At all. So there were, of course, a lot of people asking about Clan Wars since the screenshot that Valiant's posted, which I made a video a couple days ago. You should go watch it. And Wadi said it's an idea that they're playing with. They really don't know the specifics of it yet. They're still trying to work out the kinks and just figure it out, really. But they're constantly exploring new suggestions and new ideas that they have now that 1.0 is out, and they could really kind of do whatever they want. They're looking for that. Someone asked about a kick vote system. Wadi said he has nothing to say yet, but it has been suggested. Battle? No Battle Royale. Download PUBG Mobile. Another suggestion was free-for-all, which we've been seeing asked for quite a while now, at least since the 24-hour stream, maybe even before that. Wadi said it really would be a cool game mode. He's down for it. But it is also something that CFE has to look into. Because if you think about gun game, most gun game modes are free-for-all. And Critical Ops isn't. It's not a free-for-all gun game, so maybe there's limitations with the engine they have or the way the game is set up, that they have to be in teams, but they're currently researching it and looking at possibilities. The moderator tag, is it coming? No, it's not coming back. Wadi said it was really a distraction in that during games people would just ask about it, and it really wasn't worth it, so they removed it. Yeah, the devs still have their tag, but I mean, I think they deserve it. They've poured a lot of hours and manpower into this game. I definitely think they deserve it. A lot of people have also asked about voice chat in game. That's not going to happen. Just from me elaborating on this, or me thinking about this by myself, it would cause too much bandwidth to be used. So that way you'd have more lag. More devices wouldn't be able to run it. It'd probably take more RAM to run. And it probably wouldn't be able to run on this shit phone that I have. Hell, Critical Ops even runs at this at a decent 30 frames per second, and it has 1 gig of RAM. And my 2 gigs of RAM can't even run COPS smoothly. SMH. Feels bad, man. But yeah, long story short, no voice chat. You can connect to Discord if you want. More customizable HUD options and being able to save HUDs. That's a thing that I've been wanting for a while too, is to be able to save HUDs, because you see that in Bullet Force, Forward Assault, those types of games where you could save different HUDs for different things you want to do. Joker's even made videos saying he uses different types of HUDs and showing all his different types of HUDs. So it'd be really easier to save HUDs to your profile and stuff like that. But yeah, Waddy said that is being looked into, and it's definitely a good idea. So some suggestions, I'm just gonna fire through them. Customizable crosshairs, they're looking into it. Easter eggs, definitely. Like I think it was a chicken or a duck that's in fucking raid in one of the spots. Molotov and stun grenade, stuff like that needs to be looked into to see how it would affect the game and how it works and stuff. Left-hand mode, overall HUD customization in servers, so like snipers only, nades only, pistols only, 1v1 lobbies, 2v2, stuff like that, to where people can customize their game and play with friends how they want. CFE is definitely looking into that, and they are working on it. Okay. Someone joked about the Mega Man X theme song being added into the game as menu music, and Waddy kind of elaborated on that. Like, menu music would be cool and all, but at the same time, it's not really a top priority for the team. Top priority is to optimize the game, fix the game, eliminate every single hacker, eliminate every single say emulator player and stuff like that, and try to keep the game alive, pretty much. Like, he didn't say that, but that's just me paraphrasing. Custom clan emblems. I think that would be definitely a cool thing as well. He said that that's a good idea. No one's really suggested that, which I don't see how. I guess since emblems haven't come out yet, or hadn't come out yet until last update, no one really thought about it. But hey, now we got it. Or now we have a thought. Someone asked about 120 FPS, and for those of you that didn't skip ahead to the vector portion, you do know that FPS has to do with your device's refresh rate, right? Not every device can handle 120 FPS. Some are locked at 60, some are locked at 30, some are locked at 45. I think mine personally is locked at 45 to 50. And then, most higher tier devices, iPad Pros, Razer phones. I don't know if Republic of Gamers phone is 120 FPS, but the two I know so far that are 120 FPS are the Razer phone and the iPad Pro, 2017 and soon to be 2018. Free-for-all is being looked into. New skins, new modes, definitely new game modes, kind of like zombie modes, infection modes, stuff like that, being looked into. Butterfly knife has been suggested a bunch. Someone asked about the new sounds, how that was supposed to be a thing. Waddy said that they're still kind of messing around with them, and that they're going to be testing new sounds if they feel like, or when they feel like it in the future, like if they feel the need to change a sound or find a new sound that sounds more like real life, they'll change it. Personally, I started growing on the sounds that were supposed to come in 1.0 or 0.12 or whatever. But yeah, rip sounds. Pour one out for the homies. Ranked system was another suggestion that was talked about. Waddy said they're looking into changing ranked, as I showed in the UI video. Again, you should go watch that. I showed that there was a new ranking system that's going to be coming out, and Waddy just ultimately confirmed this. He said, in his opinion, first off, he said see if he can make ranked a little tougher, or he thinks see if he can make ranked a little tougher, and then he confirmed that see if he is looking into changes, and the community can expect changes soon. TM. Quick chat, kind of like you have in Rocket League or other types of games, kind of like CS. No one really uses it because you have voice chat, but Rocket League, CS, other types of game where you could just push a couple buttons and say, "Hey," check left or whatever, or nice shot, or stuff like that. That's a good idea. No one's really suggested it, so he wrote that down. Practice mode being worked on. Bots in ranked replaces AFK. This isn't something that Wadi said this isn't something that CFE wants, because they rather player-to-player integration rather than bots v player. I think he was thinking more of can I play ranked with bots? Instead the player meant, can a bot take over this person's body if they leave the match? And when they come back, they can, take the bot's body. I don't think he really saw it that way. I think he saw it as, can I put bots in a lobby and have it be ranked? Which, of course, no. See if he doesn't want that. But the bots taking over the AFK player, I don't know. I think more people would be inclined to play safer if a bot was moving around and doing stuff. They would be forced to actually, call out instead of, so we know one is at spawn. Also, if there was a bot, they wouldn't be able to tell if it was a bot. But that also goes into, they need to write a whole AI for the bots to be able to fight and stuff. And yeah, they have that somewhat down in the practice mode, but that's a lot tougher than it sounds. So yeah. Better anti-cheat. It's always being improved, always being updated, each and every update. A sniper map. That's really something I haven't heard been talked about, but that could also be intertwine with the custom game modes and stuff like that. He wrote it down and said it was a good idea. Again, someone suggested Clan Wars, and he said he can't give too much info because that would spoil the next stream. So Clan Wars being talked about next community live stream confirmed. Thanks, Wadi. Capture the flag was a suggestion, which I think would be pretty cool in Critical Ops. That's just me. More missions. He did actually confirm that with the new UI from the patch update, because if you open Critical Ops in the patch update, you get the new mission UI, and it's a bigger box instead of the three missions. It's a box that pops up, and it has missions in a line, so you could fit like 6 or 7 missions on the page or on the screen, and have missions like that. So he did confirm that there will be more daily missions in the future. Someone suggested more scans like the GSR Compact. He said that those are coming, that those will be made, and more will be made. Just it's not really a top priority right now, but it is kind of a priority. I don't know what I'm talking about. Someone suggested spray paints, and he said that he doesn't know. He said it was an interesting idea, but he doesn't know how good the community would like it. He obviously seemed pretty opposed to it because he probably knew that that's something from CS, and CFE doesn't want to be the mobile CS. They want to be their own game, which they have done thus far. No other, the only weapons that are in CS:GO are the AK and the M4 and the AUG, but the AUG doesn't even work the same way. Neither do the AK and the M4, and other than that, no other gun is in Critical Ops that's in CS:GO. Someone suggested cases like for certain weapons, so like an AK case or an MR96 case, just for that weapon, so you can collect those skins. He said it was a good idea. He'd pass it on to the team. New ways to earn and spend blue tokens. Ideas are being talked on how to spend blue tokens. I don't know about earning them. I think it'll always just be from duplicate skins, and that's that. Someone suggested to bring the old brewery back, and what he said, I don't know about that. I don't know how many people would like that. So that's something you'd have to ask Nigel about. Hey, yo, Nigel, if you're watching this, bring old brewery yeah, I think that'll be something cool. Like, and once Plaza gets reworked too, like random weekends throughout the year, bring back those old maps that didn't make it, like the first iteration of Brewery that we never got to play as players. We always had the second iteration of Brewery that came out with the update. There was one before that was for the closed play testers. Roogs made a video on it. I think Royal Skyline made a video on it too, something like that. So like, just bring back, like, or if y'all still have like the first versions of certain maps, bring those back, and it'd be interesting to see how they played, and maybe just for a weekend and then take it out the game, stuff like that. More milestones. This was something that someone suggested, and Wadi said, yeah, there's more milestones that are probably going to be added, but it's more of a background thing. They're not focused on it because it's more of a background game thing. It's not something you want to focus on and grind towards. That's what the critical pass and achievements are for. Even though they really don't have achievements, more like the critical pass and daily missions are for. Someone suggested Death Cam. He said that would be good, although they have to research how to do it and how to make it work seamlessly, like most other games. This one kind of upsets me, and someone suggested surf mode. Someone was suggesting bunny hopping all through the stream too. Wadi said no to bunny hopping, and he also said no to surfing because it was related to bunny hopping. I think maybe once there comes a time where maybe the community can make their own maps, surf maps can be made if it's possible to even surf in CSGO.
You stupid.
Fuck. In Critical Ops, if it's even possible to surf in Critical Ops, I highly doubt it, but I think it would be fun. And then someone suggested frags and TDM, which that's just not a good idea. That's just dangerous. All right, and the last thing in the stream was actually it was weird because the stream went offline and then the second part was on YouTube rather than Twitch. So I had to go to the YouTube. I was trying to go to the YouTube to look to see if I'd missed something because he said he was showing spoilers later. But anyway, this is what he showed: the Vector model, the full and lovely glory of the Vector. I think it looks really good, especially the little like buttons of color or whatever they are, like the red and pink spots. I think they are. I think there was a little bit of yellow and blue or whatever. But I thought that was really cool. I really can't wait to see the skins from this. But yeah, so with that, that's pretty much it. All that was talked about in the community live stream. This video was 32 minutes to record, so I'm gonna go get my ice cream, my Halo Top mint chip ice cream, and try that for the first time ever. But anyway, guys, this was a 32-minute video to record, going on 33 minutes. So I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button, because I do this for you guys that don't want to sit through the whole stream, and that was. Something just popped up on my phone and I didn't have time to read it, so I'm just gonna make this quick. This is for you guys that don't want to watch the full stream and stuff, and just want the info. And so yeah, if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. Also go follow my Twitch and go follow all Critical Ops' stuff. I'll leave them in the description too. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.